Hello, good afternoon.
Rohit, are you listening?
Yes,
Are you able to hear my voice?
yes, I am able to hear you.
Yes, Rohit. Tell me something about yourself, especially your work experience.
I have done BTech and initially I have worked as a Java developer trainee 1 year. After that, I have
Hmm,
worked on front end, basically
hmm,
Angular. And apart from
hmm,
the Angular, I have also worked with Ionic and AWS. Uh,
hmm.
I have 4 year experience in Angular and I have integrated third party API and closely work with the G5 team on the
Hmm.
project of creator dashboard and uh, I have integrated third party API like Google Sign In, Facebook Sign In, Syncfusion Graph API integration. In this project I have worked from scratch to end.
Okay. So, which one your latest project?
Latest project I have worked on Hisar Auto Engineering.
Hmm,
This is the e-commerce based project.
hmm. Um, and in this also you have used the Angular one. Huh?
Yes, Angular and Node I have built.
Which version of Angular?
Angular 14.
Okay. Okay. What is your role in that project? Like you just simply work on the front end part, or you have some knowledge of any back end activity as well? Like who make the create API for this?
In this project, I have worked as a full stack developer, both front end and
Hmm.
back end I have done.
Okay. Uh, which one backend you have used?
Node,
Node only.
MongoDB Atlas to store the data.
Okay. 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 Rohit, tell me something about the OOPS concept, which you have been using in the Angular projects. Hello.
Oops concept in Angular basically
Hmm.
we are using uh, inheritance and encapsulation.
How do you use it?
We are sharing the data from one component to another component by service and encapsulation encapsulation is the wrapping the data into single unit.
Hmm.
Everything in class we are using
Hmm. Okay.
in the form of object Angular.
Okay. Now tell me, why don't we can use any other client-side framework like JavaScript, jQuery in comparison to Angular? Why you prefer Angular while making some front-end part of any project? What is the benefit of Angular?
Angular is a single page application. It provides many benefit, uh,
Hmm.
server side rendering and its uses load and demand page lazy loading feature. Its create build size much smaller and
Hmm.
to run fast and
Hmm.
uh, easy unit testing features it will provided. code reusability is possible in this.
And let me know Angular, what architecture Angular uses.
Angular Angular follow VM architecture because each component and has different file for HTML, CSS, and
Hmm.
TS file.
Hmm.
In Node, we are using MVC structure.
Hmm. And so, like which module you will be inheriting while if suppose if you need to implement some third party plugins in your project, which module you will likely to be used for this purpose.
We are injecting HTTP client module to execute to communicate with HTTP server, and another third party library if required, so we can inject in a module TS file or the respective features module.
Okay. Can you tell me how to create a custom directive?
Directive is a simple TS file. We can create simple TS file, or we can create by using command and standard directive and directive name. It will create.
Okay. How can you differentiate the particular directive which can be differentiated from any other HTML element?
Directive we are
Wha-
binding by using property binding
Hmm.
in our template or element.
Okay. Okay. Tell me what is the difference between the constructor and ng on init function for a particular class?
Constructor
When to use when?
constructor is the class property, and it's helpful to inject a service dependency and another third party dependency, and ng is the hook events of component that is executed before the initialization of view.
Okay. Okay. Suppose you have for in any particular project you have different theme which is to be implemented in your regular project. So, which approach you can use in which you have two different layout for different work, and you can proceed with your Angular project. How do you implement in your project two different themes?
We can create a structure based on the project.
Hmm. Oh, yes, that is okay. But how will you create it? What component, what structure you will be using for handling two different themes in a single project?
Two different theme in a single project. We can based on the user type, and with the
But
help of module.
you, user type is not something which you will be defining on the URL. Like just think of in a normal project where two different URL has two different themes. So how do you implement that same in the project?
We can just use routing by lazy loading routing, and create separate module for that.
And what is pipes and what is pipes in the Angular project?
Pipes is used for to beautify the format.
Hmm.
It will return transform. It's use transform method to create a valid format.
And what is pure pipes and impure pipe?
There are two types of pipe: inbuilt pipe and custom pipes. Inbuilt pipe, we can say date pipe, lowercase pipe, uppercase pipe, and custom pipe we can create according to the requirement. And pure pipe consists of pure is a key in the decorator of pipe decorator. It can be true or false. By default, its value will be false.
How do you implement dependency injection in the Angular project?
Dependency injection in the Angular.
Project.
Dependency in the sense of a separate file. We need to
Hmm.
call some specific function or variable.
Hmm. Do you know the difference between Angular is SPA application can implement SPA and React can also implement the SPA. So what is the difference between the SPA of Angular and React? Do you know that?
No, I don't know.
In Angular, how do you manage state of application throughout a particular application lifecycle?
We can use ngrs to state manage.
Hmm. Sure. And what authentication method do you use while implementing an API or having a data communication via API?
We can use interceptor and auth guard can activate auth. With the help of interceptor, we can modify the
Hmm.
either request and to pass the token for
Hmm.
every API call.
What does Angular material means?
Angular material is a library for provide a structure, responsive structure,
Hmm.
and some widgets.
Hmm. Have you ever used it?
Yes, I have used Angular material for table and form and some features.
And how do you handle errors through in observer?
Observable,
How
we
do you
can
handle errors in observer?
we can handle error via interceptor.
Hmm. Okay, Rohit, I'm done with your interview. The HR will connect you for further round.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you can leave the call now. I will give you the feedback on the call.
Okay.